The regional centers are for the promotion and implementation of cybersecurity standards. Each center shall be affiliated with the United States-based nonprofit institution or organization. These are the front groups that they're going to be putting together, or consortium thereof that applies for and is awarded financial assistance under this section. Now, they're also going to standardize all software and hardware under NIST. The transfer of cybersecurity standards, process technology, and techniques developed in the National Institute of Standards and Technology to centers, and through them, small, medium-sized companies throughout the United States. It's everybody.
And you have to have a federally approved person in your business. Everything has to have government software running on it. They're totally taking over the infrastructure of the Internet.
Absolutely, and that's why they want the K through 12 students, so that they can actually certify them while they're still in school and then recruit them immediately out of high school. Immediately.
All right, stay there. We only got 5 minutes left before Ron Paul comes up. Race through the actual subsections for people. This is the House version. The Senate is even worse. You got Senator Jay Rockefeller saying, quote, "We would have been better off without ever inventing the Internet. They want to censor it." Cass Sunstein at the White House is calling for that as well. Jason Burmis is our guest popping in. Ron Paul coming up, and your phone calls and a ton of other important news. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
In today's world, a product comes along that revolutionizes the way we live, work, and play.
MaxFit, make sure hands go. Wow. MaxFit, make sure hands go. Wow.
MaxFit Gloves is the next generation of thin glove technology and makes everything you do with your hands feel easier without losing the ability to touch and feel.
Wow.
Whether you're working in your garden, moving furniture, driving a car, or opening a jar, MaxFit has thousands of uses. It helps the grip of arthritic hands.
It even helps me play my video games better.
Wow.
From the moment you slip your hand into a MaxFit glove, you'll experience the ultimate in grip, comfort, dexterity, and health.
MaxFit.
For more information on the next generation of thin glove technology, go to MaxFitGloves.com. That's MaxFit gloves.com. And use the promo code RADIO to get a special deal.
Wow. MaxFit, make sure hands go. Wow.
Hello. At ofthefield.com, we strive to empower you with wild food preparedness. We get lots of amazing positive feedback, most of which we feature on ofthefield.com. Here's a small sample of all that people like you have to say about the wild food experience.
As a homesteader attempting to live sustainably, I was floored by the amount of information in this book.
Dear Linda, I would be hard-pressed to express how much you have impacted my life.
I'm amazed by the wealth of the author's knowledge and the depth of the coverage in this book.
As we see more and more GMO foods on the shelves, this information is good to know.
I am thankful to God for you, Linda.
I can't say enough about this book.
Blessings to you and your family.
The greatest effect this book has had on me and my family is that we truly see Earth's bounty everywhere.
Folks, thanks for letting us help you get back to basics. Read all of the testimonials at ofthefield.com. You can order online for you and your loved ones, or call 1-888-51-EAT-FREE to share in the secret.
This always seems to happen when Ron Paul's on the Hill. We were going to get 30 minutes with him. We're getting 15. He's going to go to a vote at 2:15 Eastern, 1:15 Central. Burma's finish up with some of the Cybersecurity Act for people that don't know what's in it.
Sure. I just want to go over how all software configuration will go through NIST, through the FCC, through the Department of Homeland Security that was absorbed by the NSA and really set up by the NSA as a domestic spy front for all United States citizens. Okay, so now all software will have to be an established standard of computer-readable language for completely specifying the configuration of software on computer systems widely used in federal government, by government contractors and grantees, and in the private sector-owned critical infrastructure. And, of course, all of the major private sector is critical infrastructure. So this is standardized software across the board. I think you're going to see the death of things like Linux. You're going to have to go to the Juarez or IRC boards or the torrent sites to try eventually to use blacklisted software. The same with hardware. I mean, it's all here, Alex, and there will be national compliance standards for all software. So they don't like your software. Forget about antitrust. You won't be able to compete in the system because they won't allow it. They'll just rip it off and put it under a Microsoft or Mac brand. And unfortunately, the public is going to clamor for it. Again, this bill, Alex, passed in the House with over 400 plus votes for it and 5 votes against it, one of them Ron Paul, I might add. And when you went to the congressional page, over 94% of the people were against it. How is this a representation of we the people? It's not. International standards. The director through the Institute and in coordination with appropriate federal agencies shall be responsible for the United States representation in all international standards development related to cybersecurity. So I guess we should be like China. I guess we should move towards Australia-style censored internet. That's what's in here.
Well, CNN says Mao's good. He killed more people than anybody in history, but he's good. Think of the outrageousness of that.
Absolutely. And in Invisible Empire, we cover how on the 60th anniversary of Mao and his communist regime, we decided to light up the Empire State Building in those communist colors because we love them so much, Alex. That's disgusting.
But then meanwhile, neocons criticize me for going on Russia Today and talking bad about communism when the neocons were founded by the Trotskyites and are communist.
You just can't win. The communists can literally kill millions of people.
Our government created the communists and the UN on record. Our government is a bunch of banks. People got better figure this out fast.
No,
and they don't like Russia because they kicked the communists out.
That's true.
They kicked the Rothschild bankers out. On record.
Let me just go over just a few more things of this. We've
dirty, filthy commies out there, all you neocons saying I'm a commie. Everybody knows you're the scum.
We've talked before about them regulating broadband internet. In other words, you're going to start paying per megabyte, per gigabyte.
But the key there is once the government gives you free broadband that you pay for, then the FCC says because it's broadcast, they will control it and put their software in.
That is where I'm going with this, mandatory licensing through the FCC. So after they take it over, you'll have to get mandatory licensing.
Look. I want to go to calls, but since Ron Paul's getting cut short today, just at the 20 after come in another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because I mean, I want to just start through the whole thing, run through it in one segment.
Absolutely.
Just quickly, boom, 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 because I've read it, you've read it. No one seems to even know what's in this. I mean, this is so draconian, it's off the charts, and they're trying to sneak it through. It's passed the House. We can maybe stop it in the Senate if... That's why I had Declan McCullough on, thinking he'd know about this CNET News. He's a smart guy. He didn't know. You were reading him subsections. He didn't know. And this is a big show, but if you, the listeners, and all the IT people go read this for yourselves, get the articles out that Kurt Nimmo, Paul Watson have written for Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com. We have a chance of turning this around.
Absolutely, and this isn't a daunting bill. This is only 50-plus pages. I got through this in less than 20 minutes. As an American citizen, don't you think it's your duty to know what they're about to pass?
All right, we haven't even scratched the surface. Burma, she'll be back in here. I am going to have open phones and news blitz in the last hour and a half of the show. That's all coming up, but we'll see if Ron Paul is going to be joining us straight ahead.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com.